Now that red building right there, that's a English farmstead cheese, I think is the name of that. I'll have a link in the description with all the other places we've been to below for you to look at. But at this trip here, we're actually headed to Linville Caverns, and here we're fixing to turn in to the parking lot. And let me just say this right now, if you've got a large RV, you're going to have a hard time getting a place to park. I was a little antsy on this. I did call them up since I couldn't find a picture of the parking lot. They said they had plenty of parking for RVs, and so if you've got a tall RV, if you'll notice to the left-hand side, that's the only places to park. And so there are better places towards where the actual parking lot, the other parking lot is. You can't park your RV where the cars park at. They have you park along this area here, and it's tight. If you've got like a Class C or a very large RV, you're going to have a tough time. It's just not safe. There's just not enough parking along the side there, and you can see with ours. Now ours, the actual width of the motorhome there is about 8 feet, 8.5 feet. With the mirrors, it's just a little over 9 feet, and so it's real tight. So you need to use caution, even turning around. You can see that parking lot there. It's real tight. We had to have everybody get off this bridge that I'm standing on, just so I could get the motorhome, the Class C, through there safely. I was afraid of the mirrors or something hitting a person on the bridge. But it's real tight in that parking lot. But these pictures here are just of the creek and under that bridge there. It's a real beautiful area. We had a good time at Linville Caverns. They will not let you take video cameras in there. So if you try to take your GoPro like I tried to, they won't let you. You can take it in there, they just won't let you use it. You can take pictures though, but any type of continuous recording, they will not allow that. And so it's not like it's a real long tour. You'll probably do the tour in about 30 minutes and you'll be out of it. But still, it was great. Now this here is one of the lookouts on the parkway, and so we just kept going. There's lots of places to pull over, even with RVs, large or small, and you can just pull over and just get out and just look at it. Next time we go up there, I'm gonna plan on having lunch up here. We could just sit there and look out the window while we're eating our lunch at these beautiful sceneries. And so this one right here, I wish this says it's the Chestoa view. This is a very large parking lot, as you can see. And I had no idea. We just saw it, and I said, hey, let's turn in, to it and see what it's all about. Plenty of parking for large RVs, Class A's, even some travel trailers. And so this is the parking lot here. Huge area. Beautiful view. And you can see that's our Class A, and that's about 25 feet long. And so you can see the size of that. Now here is one of the views. Now this is in that same parking lot. There's a little trail that you can get on, and you can just stand there, and this is the view from that location. Absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, you're way up. And if you just continue on from that point where you saw us standing at, there is a trail that you can actually take a bigger trail. There it is, that Chestoa View Trail. It's 6 miles long. We didn't come prepared to do this. I do intend on going back, but you can take that trail to the right, or you can go to the left here, and there's some stairs that lead down to a place to stand and view, and it is quite remarkable. As you can see, it just opens up. Those of you with small kids, you would definitely want to use extreme care, because that little ledge there is not much. It's not much. Even sitting on it could be hazardous, because it's a drop. It's a drop straight down. I don't know if you can see that road there, that little line. That is you can see little teeny tiny cars, even semi-trucks appear as just little ants down there. High elevation. I can only imagine what this place must look like in the fall when the leaves are at their prime, the peak season, to see the fall leaves, or just snow. And there I'm just showing what it looks like just looking straight down. Now, we were just getting to the campground just before it got dark. We spent so much time sightseeing, and but over to the right-hand side is the office, and that middle area there is for like after hours check-in. You can actually check in there when the place is shut down, and pick you a spot, and then pay them for the next day. We did have enough time though to set up the motorhome and eat a quick meal and then have a fire. We just kind of cozied up to it. Now the next day, before we had breakfast, we were real eager to get out and actually look around. We couldn't really see everything because it had gotten so dark so quickly by the time we arrived. But that's the site there. And I believe that one was C34 if I remember correctly. Real nice place. The areas seem to be very level. They remind me a lot of Mama Gertie's. How everything is tiered down. But we are way up on this little mountain here, and that's a nice spot we're thinking about going to next time. They got pull-through sites, they got tent sites, cabins, bath houses, shower houses, and even areas to wash your laundry. That's a pull-through site there. And we're still going down. We're camped up on the hill, but you see those dumpsters right there. Those dumpsters are where you take your trash at. They do not have trash cans at each site, and I'm seeing more and more campgrounds going to this. Seems to be a better way, keep the critters out of the trash cans. And as we went down the road there, you come upon this pond, and they have a canoe there, or a boat there. I believe they allow you to use it. Didn't say that you couldn't. And they have a man-made waterfall here, which is real nice. You can kind of just sit there and just take it in. and they do allow you to fish. It's catch and release only, and you don't need a license to do it. Now at the top of the hill, they got a place for you to sit over to the left, and of course there's the office to the left up there. And while we were there, they were trying to sell a lot of their perishable grocery items. They were marked it down up to 60% by the time we left. And over to the right over there, they got firewood, a place to get firewood, and that's a game room. And you can also rent golf carts over to the left of that. They have a whole bunch of golf carts, and you can rent those by the day. And here they got pool tables and your traditional video games. And that's where the golf carts are at for rental. And right here is for after hours. After hours, if you want to reserve a spot, even if you don't have a spot, you can pick a spot out if it's available and then pay for it the next day. And after that, we had breakfast. We had leftover ham from Thanksgiving, some eggs, bacon, and toast, and some grits, and of course my sourwood honey. Okay, these areas are at Den Campground are marked with letters A, B, C, and D. This right here is one of the bathhouses, and they do have a washer and dryer, and it's outside here on the corner of the building. But they really take very well care of these places, and so but this area we're at right here is B. Sandra and I is wanting to take a little small hike to a waterfall. There may not be a whole lot of water coming down the waterfall from what we were told, but I did not realize how many trails that this place has, or I'd have came here with my trekking poles. Even though I do keep my day pack, or I do keep a day pack in the camper for those little excursions, it looks like I'm going to have to get me another set of trekking poles to keep in the motorhome just in case I come across something like this, because I would have taken an extended day hike myself. And but I've got a water bladder and everything. I didn't come with trekking poles, and I heard that some of the trails could be strenuous, but you can see all these different campsites. It's really good. It reminds me of Mama Gertie's in a little bit, how they're tiered, but some campsites are strictly tents. Like this one here would be a tent site, and you've got a place to put your tent here, and then each of them have a fire ring, more traditional type of fire ring with the rocks, but really gorgeous. I don't know if you can see our camper is right there. Our motorhome is right there through the woods, and you can see how it's tiered, and so really nice. But they've put some new wood in here, it looks like. But it's absolutely just beautiful. Absolutely just gorgeous. This is really nice. This right here would be a tent site. And that one's a tent site. You can see that. Really nice. Really nice. I'd come out here camping in my tent and then do this would be a base camp, and then you do your day hiking on those trails. I may have to keep this into consideration. This is one of the cabins that they have. They're really cute. There's a bunk bed on one side, right? And on the other side, a full-size bed. No kitchen. No kitchen. Air conditioning unit. And the bathrooms are the bathhouses. And so it looks like they're almost like you buy them as a kit, I'm wanting to say. I mean, that's what they look like. But they do have a fire ring, And I'm kind of surprised they got the fire ring so close to the cabin. Yeah, the next cabin is just right down. Again, they're tiered down. Really neat. They really put, I can tell you, they really put some time into this. I thought this was neat. For whatever reason, they did not want this tree cut down. And so what they did is they cut in it. Evidently, this thing must have some type of sentimental significance. They didn't want it cut down. Yeah, they cut this tree down, but this one here.
This is the campsite that butts up against it.
Yeah, and they separated it with a wall. So here's a campsite here. This looks for like an RV, and then you got your cabin. A little close, but still, there must be some significance about that. We'll have to ask them in the office about that. Okay, we're going to take the Bear Paw Trail. This is the one that we decided to take. It was supposed to be not as strenuous, and because I didn't come prepared and Sandra didn't come prepared with her hiking shoes, we're just going to take this trail here. I'm not really, this trail is approximately 1.42 miles. So it's not, that's nothing compared to the last hike I did, which was 14. And so, but still, you still got to be careful because of the terrain. But they got it marked with the blazes, just like at the Yawari Trail. They got it marked with the red blazes. So ever so often they should have a red blaze marking where we're supposed to go at. After the hike, we all sat around the fire and got a chance to warm ourselves up before retiring for the night. It was shortly after this filming. I think we enjoyed that fire about 15 to 20 minutes, and it started to rain on us. And so that last log you see laying in the gravel, I had to put it up. But the next morning, it was full of fog. Nothing but fog. But we still got a chance to enjoy a nice breakfast with our mini waffle maker. You got to get you one of these things. These things are outstanding. What I like to do is fill mine up, as you can see on the plate there, with my still leftover ham from Thanksgiving. I like to put honey in all those little squares. And of course the dogs cheered me on. This area here, they are they refurbishing or just adding on to it? Okay, they're remodeling the sites and adding water and sewer? They're adding sewer. Okay, so some of these doesn't have, they're not full hookup, and they're wanting to make them full hookup, right? And so you can see they're actively at it though. And so what area is this? D? This is area D. Okay, so the whole area of D is closed down until further notice. But they're going to make it better. That's the reason why they're doing it. And so we've got some dirt piled up way up there. This is probably the highest area, isn't it? D would be the highest, because the whole area is just tiered. It's tiered up. It's a lot like Mama Gertie's. If you guys are familiar with Mama Gertie's, it's a lot like that, except this campground here is probably what? Maybe 3 times the size of Mama Gertie's, I'd say. And they got trails. They got trails that you can go on. So really nice. I'm even considering coming myself and doing some tent camping, just to be able to go on some of these trails. I think combined, if you combined all the trails together, you may be looking at 7 miles maybe. It's not a lot, really a lot, but enough for a good day hike. A good day hike, that's probably what all I'm gonna do. Thought I'd show you the bathroom real quick. This is really super nice and clean. Super nice and clean. I mean, these sinks are kept up. The showers are nice, even though we technically don't need them. I mean, they're kept clean. They're kept clean. No trash. No. I've don't hardly seen any spider webs. And on the way back, we were actually headed towards Marion after we left Bear Den. Most of the trip to Marion looked like this right here. We were in a cloud on a mountain.